What's up, everybody? This is the one, aka Jodecideion on YouTube, and I'm bringing you part 3 of episode 21, Out from the Side of My Neck, Preemptive Strike. We ended part 2 discussing the media's attempt to let everybody know that it's a bad decision to produce any kind of mature core content on the Wii. You won't make any money. You won't make any sales. You will be wasting resources that could go to making high quality HD console games that will sell and make you lots of money. If that was only the truth. Remember in part 2 when I said that Just Dance had to go up against 7 other core titles in the month of January, and that only 2 of those core titles outsold Just Dance, a casual fitness music game. First, beforehand, let's take out No More Heroes 2 and Tatsunoko vs. Capcom. They're core games made for the Wii. We already knew beforehand they weren't going to sell anything, even for 7 days, which they both were on the market for. So, out of the 5 remaining games, 2 of those games outsold Just Dance, Mass Effect 2 on the Xbox and the Xbox version of Army of Two. That leaves 3 other games that Just Dance outsold, which were Darksiders on the Xbox by at least 20,000 copies. And then in the bottom half of the top 20, you have M.A.G, a first-person shooter for the PS3, a Sony exclusive first title game, and Bayonetta, a multi-platform game on the Xbox and the PS3. The standard of this current gaming industry is that all core games, when they release brand new, they sell huge, and then slowly but surely die off in the following months. For example, take Call of Duty Modern Warfare, which in its opening month of November sold multiple millions of copies, and now, just 2 months later, is only barely above 300,000 copies. So core games start hot and then fizzle out. And only the top caliber core games, the AAA titles, when they launch they explode. They still die out, but that explosion is so huge at the beginning that that's where they make all their money at. The gaming media is making a fit and fuss about No More Heroes not selling huge in its first week on the market. Not mentioning that there's no advertising for the game, and also it's made on the Wii, so the development costs for it are nowhere near what an average HD game is. The reason I'm bringing this up is, where's the articles about what happened to the sales of Bayonetta or M.A.G, for instance? Where are those articles at? And will we ever see them? Bayonetta is a multi-platform game that was released early in the month of January. Developed by Platinum Games, the same third-party company that made Mad World for the Wii, and then published by Sega. Bayonetta is a new IP made on an HD console, so you know the amount of money to make a game was huge compared to Mad World on the Wii. Also, the advertising blitz that Sega did with the game was everywhere, with commercials on channels like Spike TV and MTV, targeted at the male demographic they were looking for. But Bayonetta failed to crack the top 10 in the month of January. It failed to sell over 171,000 copies. The 360 version ranked 17 in the top 20 last month, with the PS3 version not even in the top 20, so we can assume it's in the top 25 or top 30 games sold for the month. Bayonetta released in early part of January, so it had almost a full 30 days to sell to be on the market and make money. Yet, it's underperformed. And if the current gaming industry philosophy holds true, it would not chart next month either, or the month after that. So, projected sales of this game on its first year in the market could be anywhere from 300 to 500,000 copies sold. Is that really good for an HD game? Will we hear Sega executives come out and state that they're going to cut back on making mature games for those systems, the 360 and PS3, due to the horrible sales of this game on their systems that's comparable to Mad World on the Wii? If you compare the amount of money that had to go into each game to develop for each system and the advertisement that went into those games. Will Sega come out and say that they won't make a sequel that will probably come for the PS3 since the PS3 version did even worse than the Xbox 360 version? Probably not. Yet, when these same issues happen on the Wii, they're quick to pull support. They're quick to blame. Is it a double standard? Is it a conspiracy? You tell me. Now, I bring your attention to M.A.G. M.A.G is a Sony exclusive first-party, first-person shooter. A mega multiplayer online game. The next evolution of the online multiplayer. If Killzone 2 was supposed to be a Halo 3 killer, then M.A.G was supposed to be a Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 killer. A system seller and a defining game of this generation. Yet, this game also bombs at market. If No More Heroes is a failure because it sold less than 30,000 copies in 7 days, and Mass Effect 2 is a major hit because it sold over 500,000 copies in 7 days, then what is M.A.G? It was released on the same day as those games. It sold less than 170,000 copies. It even placed in the top 10. Hell, it's barely in the top 15 games sold for January. It is a game based in this generation's dominant genre, the first-person shooter. Yet, it fails to register. Will we see articles asking this question? Why has M.A.G bombed? Why has another PS3 game not reached its full potential? Probably not. How many games will it take for the media to finally report on this? To finally discuss and ask the questions. What's the problem with the PS3? What's wrong with the Sony brand? Has there been one PS3 exclusive title this generation that has done its job, moved systems, sell major copies, make a lot of money? No. We hear all the time how Wii Music is a failure, how it didn't reach its full potential. Wasn't it also a new IP which has sold as much copies as every other Sony's title released so far? Infamous, Ratchet & Clank, Uncharted 2, Little Big Planet, and now M.A.G. The main problem is the industry, the media, babies the PS3. The PS3 is the symbol of the gaming industry they want, they desire. But the problem is the PS3 is the exact reason why the industry is in the current state it's in. The decline of hardware and sales year to year has nothing to do with the Wii. It's the PS3 not reaching its full potential, with no one there to tell the PS3 it's doing wrong, to change its ways. If the gaming industry is a parent, the PS3 is a little kid in the other room playing with a sharp item, playing with a fork. Most responsible parents will go in, take the item from the child, discipline the child, tell the child what it's doing is bad, and explain to it why. And then hope that the child learn a lesson and is safe. But no, the gaming media is a parent that's more fit to be on a show like Jerry Springer or Maury Povich. And instead of discipline and teaching, it'll be alright, don't worry about it, it'll be okay. But you see, sooner or later, the PS3, the child is going to stick that fork in a socket, and then it's over. The PS3 is the Danica Patrick, Marie Sharapova of the gaming industry. And what I mean by that is, it's the only system that for some reason everybody has this attitude of wait and see. It's going to turn around. Let's see what they do. Even though they haven't done anything. For the PS3, every new year is going to be the year for that system. For the PS3, every new game that comes out is going to be that game that finally explodes and take over the market. Remember how Final Fantasy 13 was going to help the PS3 take over Japan? You do realize that ever since the release of New Super Mario Bros. Wii, the PS3 has not outsold the Wii in week-to-week sales. And it's going on like 2 months. So now, we wait for God of War 3. This is the one. I'll see you next time. Peace.